Welcome to today's product review, and I'm going to be reviewing this little device here, which is a Zhiyun Z1 Evolution, which is a gimbal, a 3-axis gimbal for the Gopro range of action cameras. And as you'll hear in my review, unfortunately it's not going to be compatible with my new camera, which is a Hero 5. Unfortunately, it was too late and I didn't know that it would not be possible to mount it on this gimbal. I've had conversations with Zhiyun Tech, and basically what they're saying is tough luck, because I purchased it and in the description it says Hero 4 and the Y1 camera and the FJ4000, it says every camera except for the Hero 5. And I think this is a bit of a con, because they are actually, in their message to me, they told me that they're bringing out a new bracket for the gimbal at the end of this month. However, they're expecting me to buy it and pay out more money. Having paid out 200 quid for this, I don't have to pay out another whatever money it's going to cost me to get a bracket for my Hero 5 to make it work without the solution, which there is a solution on the internet, using rubber bands. Let's do the review anyway, and we'll see what happens as far as the mounting of the Hero 5 as per the instructions that are given in the other video. The Hero 5 has been out for 2 or 3 weeks now. The Evo has been out for a lot longer. I believe it's been out, maybe over a year, with several revisions over that time. However, Zhiyun have not put anything on their website or on their social media to say that the Hero 5 will not fit. This is pretty poor, really. I think that they would have known this as soon as it came out, or somebody would have told them, somebody would have fed back to them, surely to God. I mean, these action cameras, just because it's slightly bigger, they could have said something on their website, and I did check their website before I bought the Hero 5. So, the Z1 Evolution is around about 200 quid in the UK, and it comes in a little box, quite a nice little box. It's quite solid. It was actually delivered to me covered in wrapping, so there was no sort of bubble wrap or anything like that, so I have no idea if it's going to work or not. So opening the box, we end up with the lid. It's very solid lid. It's good good cardboard. You have the which I just dropped. You have the instructions there in English and diagrams and things, so that's quite useful. I have already referred to it. I've had a look in the box, so I have referred to it. There's a little card there from details about how to contact them. And I've already been in contact with the Zhiyun head office. They're the ones that told me that tough luck, you'd have to buy a new bracket. And after paying 200 quid, I think that's a bit tight myself. Then, okay, so in the box we have the various bits and pieces. So we have a battery charger. And this is a USB battery charger with a plug and a socket on the side there. The batteries, which are the 18650 3.7 volt 2000 milliamps, and you have 2 of those for this particular gimbal. These batteries are not fully charged. They don't come fully charged, and I have actually opened the box already to have a look at that. I did put them on charge yesterday. The next part, quite tough. There's a little extendable cylinder for the end of the gimbal, which you have to screw in. Now, I really don't understand why they have it separately, but they do. Anyway, so we'll have to screw that in a moment. In the next section we have the USB cable, battery connector plug here, unfortunately will not fit the Hero 5. And you get two of these, apparently, you get two of these. I have already removed this half of the bracket because it will not fit the Hero 5, and we have to do a sort of a bodge job with rubber bands, which I'm not very happy about because it's not secure. This is the gimbal, the 3-axis gimbal, and it's really well made. It's very solid piece of metal. We have to screw in the extendable bit, but before you do that you have to take the bottom off, and in the bottom there is a 1/4 inch mount hole which you could put onto a tripod, which is also why I bought the Zhiyun, because I can use it on my Manfrotto B3 tripod. So I don't fathom why they make you screw this bit in when you need to have both batteries in there, and then the only way that you can do that is by putting the extendable bit on. So just going to try and screw this in. It's quite tricky. I have done it once yesterday when I first got this. So just to make sure that it was all functioning. So that's that. Then we put our batteries in, and you put them in plus side first into there. So that's both batteries. And then we put our bottom bit now. I'm not sure how long it's going to be able to function for, because obviously these batteries are not charged up. So there's the other half of the box, and there's some diagrams on the bottom there. Okay, so now we have to sort of try and have a workaround with this crazy idea about rubber bands. We're going to try and put this Hero 5 on there and see what happens now. So we need to have the screws all the way through, and then what we do is we take some rubber bands. Let's try 2, stick it on the screw. It's going to be a bit tricky. Okay, so that's probably sufficient to try and hold it on. As you can see, it doesn't really balance very well as it is, so it's not balanced at all. It's actually not really. And of course now the camera button is on the side there, which is the one nearest the motor, which means that I can't turn it on as per normal. I have to use the top button, which is the record and then turn off button, which means that maybe a little bit of a pain in the bum. Anyway, so on the gimbal we have the on-off switch, and we have a very nice joystick, thumb joystick, there's a USB socket which you can use, but it doesn't charge, according to the instructions, it doesn't charge the batteries on the gimbal, which is what the other one does. The crane has the USB where you can charge it, and it will actually charge the camera as well. This one does neither. It neither charges the battery, and in this case the Hero 5, it doesn't even charge the camera because the USB cable provided doesn't fit the Hero 5. Right, so it's not balanced, and it isn't going to be balanced, I don't think. Anyway, so what we'll try turning it on, and then we'll see what happens. There we go. So we're activated. The gimbal is now functioning, and as you can see, I can shake it around a bit, and it will stay in position. It's in follow mode, so if I turn my hand to the side, it will go round. So there we are, facing me, follow mode. I can move it up and down. It's pretty clever stuff. I just turned it off by accident, which was a pain. I can see myself doing that. If we double click the joystick button, so now I've changed it to a different mode, which when you go downwards it will go tilt downwards, okay, and it will look downwards. It will follow you around. When you turn to the side, it will follow where you point the gimbal, so it's actually following it round. And so that was pressing the joystick button several times. So now it should be, I think I've changed it to back to follow, back to stationary mode. So this is there's 3 modes, so it's basically keeping it level and there, and then following you around, and then following you around up and down. But this one is actually just keeping it very stationary, so it doesn't. So when you turn your hand, it doesn't follow you around on the left and right. Okay, so what we need to do just turn on the camera and record, and we'll just do a little bit of filming. So I need to change the mode. I think that's probably better, is that? Yes, it is. So it should follow around as I turn the camera. See if we can get it on me. Yeah. So there we are then. It's not actually level that way, so you're going to have to try and adjust that, because that's it's pointing downwards at the moment. But just going to see if we can get some footage of me, and I'm shaking all over the place actually, because it's just need to practice. So you can use your joystick to adjust the position of the camera. So let's have it round towards me. There we go. And we can do a vlog. Hello. Just sort of very simply, and it's pretty snazzy sort of gimbal. hopefully we'll get some footage that you can look at. So I'm just shaking all over the place now. And there we go. We'll just turn the gimbal off. So we'll see what that looks like anyway, but it functions as it should do. Keeps it nice and steady. There's three different modes there. The only annoying thing with the Hero 5 is the actual on-off button is now on the side of the motor, and by all accounts actually on the audio you're going to have a motor harm as well, which is something that was reported on the YouTube video about this gimbal and the Hero 5, because the Hero 5 has 3 microphones on it, one on left and right and one on top, and basically the one on the side there is nearest the motor is going to be picking up all the motor noise. It's a good gimbal, probably not with the Hero 5 at the moment, and I'm actually regretting buying it because it's not going to help me out very much at all. There was nothing anywhere apart from that in the fact that the compatibility for the Hero 5, and I would argue that basically they haven't done a very good job in warning people about the problem with the cage and the USB cable and everything else that goes with that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you the footage, and I'm going to reserve my judgment to see what happens with Zhiyun, to see if they will send me a adapted cage for free, or whether they're going to make me pay for it or not. I don't know. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this short video, and I'll catch you again for another product review very soon. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.